I'm live. Happy Mabon, everyone. Well, I'm still trying to get over my pneumonia, but yeah, my hat's on screwy there. Anywho, um, let's see. I wanted to come and talk about Mabon. And for those of you who are not really um, knowledgeable about Mabon, okay, I'm getting it straight finally. It's that day, first day of autumn, which I have been feeling that seasonal vibrational change from summer to autumn around the 15th of September. I knew it was coming, I could feel it in the air. And it's the autumn equinox, okay? It's that gentle transition from a vibrant, you know, um, loving, warm summer to a gentle, okay, transition to autumn, kind of like quieting down some. It's also the second harvest, okay? So we have a lot to be thankful, and it's also known as the Witches' Thanksgiving, okay? So for those of you who didn't know that. Also, the autumn equinox, it's when day and night are equal, okay? Um, and it's also the eighth Sabbath that of the pagan wheel of the year. Okay, so we honor the first fruit of our labors. We're harvesting all the goodness of what Mother Earth has given us through our works, and we need to be thankful, have gratitude for that because Mother Earth feeds us. Okay, and it's also the beginning of the month starting to quiet down. Now you may think, oh, that's strange. How could it be quieting down? We've got Halloween coming, we've got Thanksgiving coming, we got Christmas coming. How's it quieting down? The quieting down as far as the season. Okay, the leaves are starting to fall off the trees and turn colors. Well, I'm in southern New Jersey, and so the leaves are starting to fall, but they really haven't changed that earth tone color yet. I suspect about mid October it probably will be. But yeah, that's what is going on. So we prepare ourselves for a quieter time ahead in the sense that time of reflection. The other thing, what I like about this time of the year, you're reaping what you sowed. Whether it's in fruit, grains, or emotional things. Whatever you put out there, you're reaping what you sowed. Okay, so that's another thing. Um, it's also a time for us to balance our lives. It's an invitation to find that balance, that time to release whatever wasn't working for you, and get rid of it. Okay, let bygones be bygones. And it's the turning of the wheel of the year. All right, so it's connecting life and death. Okay, obviously no one escapes death. Okay, but it's also that quieting time, so things are starting to slow down, which is good. We don't always want to be like a gerbil on a wheel, you know um, especially today. Life is very hectic, so it gives us a time to relax and release what no longer serves us. Okay, we need to prepare for the months ahead. um, for example, back in the day, some places they still do this. communities would get together and they would do bonfires, and they would put everything that they wanted to get rid of, toss it in the bonfire, and manifest it out into the universe, be gone. Some people, I guess, can do that still in their backyards. I know I do. you know, I think it's a grand old time. No one's ever called the police on me yet. So, and my neighbors do the same thing. So, but for different reasons, not for my reasons. And so it's a time where, for example, to go pumpkin picking, apple picking. I was at what we call down in South Jersey. It's located in Freehold, Briar, Battlefield View, Orchard Fields. And let me tell you, it was packed. And this is not to the extent of what it usually is, because we're still young in the month, okay? But by mid October, the lines will be unbelievable. Um, when I went down Sunday, it took me about an hour drive. Once I got to where I was to get off the street and go actually into the orchard, it took me another 25 minutes, back to back, bumper to bumper. People driving in to park their car, find a spot, you know, go inside the barn and find all these goodies. Oh my goodness. I outdid myself. I bought apple crumb cake. I bought pumpkin pie. I bought an apple pie. I bought Halloween cookies. I mean, I outdid myself. I'm just one person here. But, my son's coming over and I'm going to give him a lot of things to take home with him for the kids and my daughter in law. So, but just being in that atmosphere, was delicious. The drive down there was phenomenal, being out in nature and that basically, you're talking about farmland. Okay, so you're seeing cows and horses and things like that. And it's really neat. And the day was beautiful. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a more perfect day, really. Um, so yeah, in the store you find all sorts of things. I mean, they have caramel wraps if you want to make your own caramel apples or jelly apples. They had a bakery where you could buy scones or other delicious bakeries. And I mean, decorations of all kinds of Halloween cookies, big ones, small ones, um, syrups of all kind for pancakes. Oh, and there was another thing, a funnel cake mix, things like that. And then they have a little section of for the vegetables, and of course the kids go pumpkin picking, with their parents, and that's another thing. Um, I don't know if the hayride was on. I remember when I did go down there a couple of years back with my cousin's grandkids, it was, and they went on the hayride. But they had these cute pumpkins of all kinds of sizes, gourds, anything that you want to actually take in for the season. Um, I got myself some squash, yellow, green squash, acorn, and I'm going to make these, and actually I am even going to venture to make homemade pumpkin pie. Now, the way that you do this is you take a pumpkin, medium size, you slice it in half. Okay, you take the seeds out, keep the seeds, okay, because you can roast them and they're really good. Um, And then you take wax paper on a tray and you put that down there face down, and you put it in the oven for like 30 minutes and see how soft it gets. You might need a 45 depending on your oven. Um, and then you just scoop at everything. Okay. And there's your pumpkin. And of course, then you have to make the pie crust, okay, which I love to make. So, and you make that, I like to make it the night before and keep it in the refrigerator. So this way, when I take it out, it's ready. And I have a couple of those ready like that. And yeah, I'm going to do it. I've never really tried to do a fresh pumpkin pie, but I'm going to do it now because I need to. It's good therapy. I've been baking a lot lately. If you take an apple, for example, for those of you who know this, if you cut the apple horizontally, what you're going to find is a pentagram. You might want to show your grandkids that. Okay, look, there's a pentagram I found in an apple. Yeah. So those are other things. I love to pick my apples, my granny apples, my gala apples. I use granny apples when I bake. Um, I like that a lot. But just the scent of making apple pie with cinnamon and raisins, oh, the smell permeates throughout the house. And how could you not be hungry for it? Putting on weight, you know? But yeah, these are all things that the season brings us to enjoy. You know, I love making squash. I love making sweet potatoes. Um, all those things. These are so good for you, and they're from Mother Earth. And you know, it's not something that's pre-frozen or pre-packaged. It's natural. Okay, it's from Mother Earth, and it's so good for you. It feeds your body. It feeds your brain. Okay, it feeds every cell in your body. And this is a way to celebrate the harvest of Mabon. Okay. Um, some, and unfortunately, I don't have that luxury. I wish I did. My friends are working, so they could not come and gather around my backyard and enjoy Mabon. Um, but yeah, that's a nice thing to do, and invite your friends over, and bake your goodies with the harvest. Fruits and vegetables, and share in the abundance and be grateful and honor Mother Earth for giving us these wonderful things. So notice that this is a time that not only are we grateful and to Mother Earth for the bounty that we reap from it, but it's a time of reflection. Look at what we or others have produced for us. And we're in a time now where we can sit back and relax a little bit. You know, days are going to get shorter and darker and colder. Today it was 74 here. Tomorrow, I believe, is supposed to be 70. And I love this time of year. This is the time of year that I become alive, and which is an oxymoron, because I'm telling you, it's a time to start winding down and relax, right? But for me, as a witch, this is my favorite time of the year. Okay. It is so whimsical. I can't wait for the trees to start, the leaves start changing colors. Because I get in my car and I actually drive up and down the coast, go to a lot of different places, farmland, and just relish the beauty of this tapestry of earth tone colors that are dancing in the wind and falling down to the ground and make it this beautiful tapestry. Ah, it's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then, of course, before you know it, Halloween. Well, I'm already decorating outside for Halloween. My neighbor across the street, he got wind that I was doing it, so he started doing it too. But yeah, I mean, my house inside and out is decorated for Halloween. So not just when Halloween comes in October, but year round. Um, my dishes, my cups, my silverware, all of that stuff is just all Halloween stuff. So, excuse me. And I love it. I got a fly on my computer here. Yeah. So basically, fruit. I love during this time of the year, go to the farms and get like, bushels of different fruits, peaches, pears, plums, you name it, and make pies. Now, the problem is these pies have to be small because I'm just one person here. um, but yeah. And if I know my son is coming, then of course I'll make more, so he can bring it home. Um, oh, and today is my daughter-in-law's birthday, Victoria. So I sent her a happy birthday greeting, and we FaceTimed, and she's the most sweetest daughter-in-law ever. So happy birthday, sweetheart. Um, and our granddaughter, Eliza, made her mommy a birthday cake. And she said, I did it by myself. Daddy helped, but I did it by myself. And I said, did you get to lick the spoon on the icing? She goes, oh, yeah. So, I mean, even at this time, little children, she's only 4 years old, she understands that, to be grateful. She's grateful for her mommy and her daddy and for all the things that she has. And she's the sweetest little thing. And children are. They normally are. So I said to her, I said, Eliza, I said, Grandma has some Halloween cookies for you. She goes, oh, okay. You know, she says, what are they like? Because I can't tell you. I said, I'll give them to Daddy to give you, you know. So, but yeah. Um, when my children were small, I have 4 children, and we did a lot of baking at home. Um, it was a fun time to get the kids involved and celebrate, the holidays. And I remember there used to be, but of course, because of progress, as we call it, there was a big farm up in Montvale, and they had hay rides, and they had a barn just like the one I visited, where you can get all those wonderful goodies. And across the street there was like the haunted house. So every year I took my kids there, and they absolutely loved it. We would buy apple cider to bring home. I know my son Butch, he loves the apple pie with the caramel drizzle. He loved that one. Um, Michael was the coconut pie. Um, Jimmy was the cherry pie, and my daughter Mel was the pumpkin pie. So they all had their favorite pies. But it was a fun time, to be outdoors and to go walking in the woods And it was just a time of year that, you had summer and you enjoyed it. You were at the beach or you were, sunbathing in your backyard, whatever, around the pool. And now that transition into fall, autumn is here. And like I said, it's a very sweet transition. And the older I get, the more appreciative I am of it, of all the seasons, to be honest. I could not imagine living in a state where there were no four seasons. I just have to have all my seasons, you know. Yeah, that's me. And it's a time where you're going to see, unfortunately, I was scammed because it's the time of year. I signed up to do tarot readings at a festival, Harvest Festival in Freehold. Paid for my table. And I just happened to encounter someone and I got to talk to that person. I said, "Oh, well, I'm going to do tarot reading at such and such a place." And she says to me, "Oh, so am I." And I said to her, "Oh, great." So she says, "What's your email?" So I told her, and she's checking, and she goes, "I don't have you on my list." And I said, "Are you sure?" And she goes, "Yeah." She says, "Everyone that's coming is on this list. These people have been certified and confirmed." So I said, "Is there a so and so person that I spoke with that I, paid for my table?" And she goes, "No, we don't have that person." So I knew I was scammed. Yeah. And it's so sad. It really is so sad that, you are an honest person. You want to do honest things. And this is what happens, you know. Um, but karma's a bitch. It is. And when you do things like that, you ultimately pay the price for them. So I'm not mad. I I am just a little sad that the world needs to act that way. But then again, I look at the positive side and I see a lot of good works that other people do. So, you know what? One washes the other out. But be careful. Um, this is an unfortunate thing. It's that time of year, like I said. Um, and when I do tarot readings, um, I love it. Number one, I've been doing tarot for a very long time, since I was 14. And years ago, I used to go to Salem, Massachusetts for the month of October and do tarot reading and or photography there. And I did it for 10 years. And then things changed and they started getting more touristic, as far as, putting um, Ferris wheels in and bumper cars and things like that. And it just wasn't the same. And they took us out of the town hall and they put us in the Essex Mall. And we were bunched up next to each other. And I don't want to do readings like that. When I do a reading for someone, I want it to be very personal. And I don't want other people around me to hear what I'm saying, you know. So I decided that wasn't for me anymore, you know. Um, so I do readings. Um, you can email me. You can email me at Kirsch, KIRSCH, Angelina, ANGELINA, the number two, at gmail.com. And I am very affordable. I am not looking to make a kill. I charge $25 for half an hour. If you want an hour, that'll be 50. Um, but yeah, give me a call or email me, and I'll set up a time and do some readings. I myself go to other tarot readers and get read, you know. So for me, I love tarot. I also incorporate astrology and numerology into it. So it's very interesting for me. So anyhow, I don't want to get off the subject, but I want to wish everyone a happy Mabon. I hope you celebrated this wonderful festival, Second Harvest Festival. And you know what? Taking the time to relax and breathe the air and just unwind and slow down a little bit. Okay? Brightest blessings to all of you. I hope you enjoy this season as much as I will. Take care. Bye bye.